when the coach accepts it, they will take the penalty. Much more manageable situation for this offense after the penalty. It's 2nd and 6. Trying to get to it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. What a move to get home for the sack. When the Irish get to the quarterback, sometimes you think Rudy, but this time you think a dude.
A dude. And listen, the more guys you get like this that can put his hand in the dirt and go get the quarterback, the easier it becomes to call defense. That guy is an absolute stud.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Looking to throw, it's Childs. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Grabs it inside the 10. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Southern Cal! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score now.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. So Notre Dame's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. This is just a great matchup to watch on the outside, and who can win downfield in the passing game.
Man, this reminds me of 1997, Charles Woodson versus David Boston. Two physical athletes that are going to...
Taking a shot on the first play. Makes the catch at the 20. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Irish!
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Well, the most insightful analysis I can come up with on that one is that didn't work. Back to the drawing board to see if there's something that works a little better soon. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
The Trojans will send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. His first one of the day gave that leg a workout 5 times in last week's victory. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! The special teams proving worthy of their name. The return man takes it to the end zone himself, and now he'll give his team the lead.
Your defense made a big stop. I think you're getting the offense the football back, but how about special teams coming through in a big way to take the lead for you, get some excitement, get some juice back on your side.
Lining up to add another. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. So his big play capability was on full display in that one as he took that punt back for the touchdown. The kickoff team is out there after that punt return for a touchdown. They'll try to pin him deep. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this one.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Childs. And the defense is all over the quarterback, and down he goes.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago. Now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
And the Trojans will bring the punt team onto the field. Remember, they took the last punt back for a touchdown. Slips through the line, and the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Touch pass on the run. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. On the run, it's Payne. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. There have been many memorable games in this rivalry. It was memorable for Notre Dame last year, not so much for SC as the Trojans got blown out.
No, and Notre Dame's a team that we've seen in the playoff in recent years, and they want to get there consistently. To do that, they've got to win rivalry games like this. You're going to play a big-time opponent like USC with all of that talent and that coaching staff. You're going to have to play at a very high level. Last year, David, they put the stomp down on the Trojans.
They did. They used that big shillelagh and laid the hammer and took care of business. And you've seen Notre Dame, have these years now where they've had really good seasons, but you want to see them build on it, do multiple good seasons in a row. That means beating your rival, beating USC consistently. Let's see what the Irish have today.
Trying to find his man on 1st down. Oh, what a grab by the defense. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position.
If you don't have good vision, you're not going to be a middle-of-the-field safety. You got a lot of ground to cover from hash to hash. You better be able to see the quarterback. You better be able to see routes and break on the football. Nice job seeing the formation, seeing the route, breaking on it, and making the interception.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
They'll give it to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Looking deep. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Bringing it back. Past the 50. The 30. The 20. Touchdown, Notre Dame. A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense.
Dude, you're just thinking, hold him to 3, make him kick the field goal, don't let him score points. Heck no, you turn it into offense. What a play. Catches the ball in the end zone. Take a knee. Take a knee. No, sir. I'm taking this thing all the way back 100 yards to the house. What a play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last pick six after a drive like that, David, can swing the momentum of a game.
The defense is still celebrating. I mean, such a big play. I mean, they gave up some yards but did what they're supposed to do. Now, Jesse, this offense has to put a drive together.
Yeah, they have to recapture some momentum here. What they can't do is go 3 and out and give the ball right back.
To throw, it's Childs. Fires to the tight end. And they're able to get him down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. They'll try to bully their way for the first. Not much of a gain there on the ground, and that will do it for the first quarter. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. The Trojans line up to punt it away. He'll take it on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Starting to feel a little pressure. Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Wants to fire on second down. Pocket starts to collapse. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. This rivalry nearly 100 years old now, guys, dating back to when Knute Rockne had made the Irish a power and Howard Jones had done the same for the Trojans.
So many names, and then if you go recent, I mean, everybody remembers the Bush push and just so many great games in this matchup. Every year it seems like the game means a lot, and obviously, Palmer, you add a trophy, it just gets way better.
It's like the greatest players that...
Fires deep toward the end zone. Snags it, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Irish! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're down by 21 points, but you get a touchdown here, and you do at least apply a little game pressure, Jesse.
It's true. I think for them to get back in this one at this point now, they need the quarterback to play his best football. He's going to have to be good really pre-snap, David, making sure they're in the right looks, and he's got to be really good with his decision-making.
He's got to be dialed in because defensively you're giving up points. So it's not like you have the luxury of your defense playing great. The offense is going to have to score and score pretty dang quickly.
They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Linebackers have such an amazing responsibility. Got to play run, got to play pass. How about this? Seeing the run aggressively, getting downhill, getting in the backfield and making a tackle for a loss.
Off the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Willis. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. And the Trojans headed quickly to the line. In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Trying to make magic with his feet. And he tried to make something happen with his feet, but they stopped him short, and it'll bring up a fourth down. The Trojans will call on their punt team. Here's the return. Makes a move. And there he goes. He'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. He did that one all by himself. Make a few guys miss, turn on the afterburners, and boom, everybody's toast.
And that's why you got him back deep, because that guy can do that. You got to be explosive and quick and have good vision, and you see all those things on one punt return. Takes it back to the house, makes people miss, turning on the gas. Great job, great return.
Kickoff team takes the field after the punt return for the touchdown. Let's see what they've got in coverage now. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Cross-country rivalry between these old foes. It started because Newt Rockne's wife wanted to go to California late in the season, and that pass intercepted. Couldn't find much breathing room to return it, but the interception has this offense in business at the 27.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Here come the Irish, back on offense. Comes out throwing on first down. They're going for it all. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, the game plan's been pretty simple offensively, right? They are taking shots and they're being aggressive, throwing it down the field. This guy's already got 2 touchdown passes. We're still in the first half. And on that last one, he was looking for number 3.
Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Quite a bit of work to do on third down from the 23, and this D would love to force a field goal try. They'll try the run. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point.
And they get to him and sack the quarterback, and they'll stop the drive on downs.
Well, that play never had a chance. On fourth down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on fourth.
And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Back to pass, it's Childs. And the defense gets loose, bringing the heat, and down he goes again.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter, and his leg might get a bigger workout if they don't convert. He'll loft one deep down the left side. And here's the 3rd interception of the night. He was looking for room to return that, but he'll just hand it to the offense. They'll take over at the 18.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board, and you still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open, and if I'm the QB, man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it in the tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great feel. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. The quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Pressure coming. And there was nowhere to go for this quarterback, and down he goes.
You want to change some of this bad luck you've had so far around? Get after the quarterback and get his butt on the ground. Nice job by the defense. This game ain't over. It's still the first half. This is a good start.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. And this defense has maxed out this pressure. Another sack. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. And we might as well state the obvious. 1st and 2nd down didn't work out. 3rd and very long. Floating away. He'll try to do it himself. Still running at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the 1st down before he steps out of bounds.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback doing that to your defense.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. Keeps looking downfield. And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Deep shot for the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Notre Dame.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
On the run from inside his own 5. He's got an alley. He's going to get loose. He will score. Touchdown, Trojans. He is headed to the sideline with a little bounce in his step after scoring on that kick return.
And he should have some bounce in his step. How about the effort, weaving in and out, covering all that space. Great blocking on the play, and he does the rest. You don't put guys back deep that can't roll. And you could see when he got in the open field, he rolled out.
So much for the touchback. Here he comes. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Stuck with a running game on 1st down. Now here they come again. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, on offense, no doubt, right? You've had success. You're throwing some tutties. Why not keep throwing it? They're going to keep being aggressive. You're going to have to do a better job, though, keeping this quarterback.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
It's so nice when you know it's third and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Well, this head coach is clearly sending a message, going for it this close to his own end zone. Looking down the middle. Finds his man enough for the first. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Going up top on first down. And the defense gets to the quarterback. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, obviously, at this point in the first half, the defense is finding themselves in a hole. You just get the feeling if they're going to get back in this, they're going to need more plays like that. They're going to need sacks. They're going to need turnovers. They're going to have to create negative plays to get themselves some momentum.
Back to throw, it's Ramsey. Looking deep down the right side. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Well, the offense is taking a chance here, staying on the field inside its own 40. On fourth down, looking for the completion. He's going for it all. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. They're already in field goal range, but Jesse, they want to be aggressive, but they can't take a negative play.
Well, the play caller's got to look up and down his sheet here to find a shot to the end zone, David. Be aggressive and see if you can get a touchdown late.
While knowing that I've got 3 in my back pocket. Don't force the ball into a bad situation, but we're definitely trying to get a touchdown.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quick completion on the out route. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. On first down from the 13-yard line. He's going to pass. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He's looking to throw. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. And it's third down, but they're taking no chances. They'll send the field goal unit out before halftime. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect.
And 3 more on the board, and this kicker is starting to get a reputation starting off the season. Hasn't missed yet. Nice to have a guy that you can really, really depend on.
Fair catch, called for and made. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They'll throw it on first down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, think of all the legendary players who've been a part of this game. And we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional fight for the Jeweled Shillelagh. The passing game for both sides has been outstanding. On point, unrelenting. They've excelled in the short game, the intermediate game, and especially on the deep ball. All in all, a thrilling display of offensive firepower, and these defenses have a lot to discuss here at halftime. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the battle between USC and Notre Dame plays out.
And the Trojans will kick it off to start the second half. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Dropping back, it's Ramsey. Quickly to the tight end.
A nice job by the defense there, tackling the catch and smothering the tight end. They know this offense is going to try to find him in the passing game in a lot of different situations. That time, perfect coverage, and nice job bringing the big guy down. Not easy to do.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
Get it out on the screen. Got room at the 35. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And there you go. You see, you don't have to throw bombs to get big plays in the passing game. Just screen it to your running back. As soon as he catches it, he gets upfield. And how about the downfield blocking by these linemen and the wide receivers as they rip off that explosive play.
They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Lots of good stuff on that play. You slow down the rush, you get a completion, and you move the chains.
And most importantly, you're right. You don't force a short yardage situation that you have to get. Nice job. Invite that rush up the field. Take advantage of the aggressiveness of the defense. Make the catch, make the run, get the first down.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
In halftime, in this locker room, there's a lot of positive things to talk about. You got in the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
He showed it all there, a little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down. They'll run the toss. And he is going to be forced out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Tremendous defense there. Man, the defense had that one completely bottled up, and he eventually just had to live to fight another play.
Yeah, I love the discipline on defense, too. Everybody where they're supposed to be. Everybody staying in the gap, so they just kept funneling the ball to the outside. Inevitably, that guy had nowhere to go.
Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Irish! And the stomping has commenced. The Irish have seized control against the Trojans and starting to put their eyes on that Jules Shillelagh.
The Irish doing what they need to do. Every year we look forward to this game. The hype, does it meet the hype? The Irish were ready. USC's got some answering to do, Palmer.
Touchdown Jesus is celebrating somewhere. What a game so far by Notre Dame. They're hitting on all cylinders. They knew how big this game was coming in. They knew they had to be dialed up and ready to go. And they have looked good. And I think the Jules Shillelagh might be making a trip to South Bend.
From the gun, the running back has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I gotta be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
The give to the tailback. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
How about the defender being a heat heat-seeking missile. He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Holds it in on the left. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. This offense has to be feeling it after that last one, and they'll snap it 1st and 10 just outside the 20. Use the play fake, now to throw. Coming after it. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
As a defensive end, trust me, I was a defensive end, I can tell you, you start getting a little lathered up. Now you got your 2nd sack. It's only the 3rd quarter. Your eyeballs are getting big. This is going to be one of those days. I'm going to get me 3. I'm going to get me 4. Shoot, I might even get me 5.
The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not.
And it's his 4th interception of the night. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
I tell you what, I don't know if I'm going to try him much more. Goodness gracious, you can tell he's ready for what he's seeing. 2nd interception. I would not throw near that guy anymore. You might want to try the other side of the field.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. The toss to the right. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Toss to the outside. Fights off a defender. Nice stiff arm there, but the defense still able to stop him for a short gain. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. The give to the back. Notre Dame coming to the line with another 1st down. Give to the running back. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get 1st downs, and ultimately get some points.
At the 35, he's loose. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a 1st down for this offense.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space.
A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. And the punishment has been extended. With that latest touchdown pass, might be a good time to mention Brady Quinn threw 6 touchdown passes against BYU. That record might be in jeopardy.
And that's a good day. If you're starting to talk about that already, you know he's spinning it. He's in the zone. He's feeling it, reading the defense, everything coming out on target. He is having himself a day.
He'll start the return inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win it, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Trying play action. He lofts one down the sideline. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that is how you get it done as a defense when you're playing cover 1. Like, you got the middle of the field safety, but everybody else is manning up. Nice job running with this guy, seeing the football, breaking on it, making the interception.
Looking for the end zone. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Couldn't connect on 1st down, now back to the air. and he's left with no option but to throw it away.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
They're within field goal range at the 29. Let's see if they can pick up a few or the first down on 3rd and long. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the option. The pitch. And that's what this option will do to you. They got the pitch man free, and he was off to the races. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. Running the red zone, it's Payne. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3.
Yeah, and you see in the red zone, all the bodies start to come inside. And a lot of times you try to find a way to get to the perimeter. This offense does a good job. They toss the football. Nice job by the defense. Now forcing a 3rd down.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
That's perfectly fine. If I'm a defense, I'm going to give up some yards right there. Play deep, react to shallow. The running back catches the football. I come up. He gets a positive gain, but it doesn't matter because now I won 3rd down and forced him on 4th down.
Feeling some heat. Gets drilled as he releases it, and the ball just trickles to the ground. And, guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Line gets set, first down. He wants to throw. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. Makes the catch down the right side. Hit the gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, USC.
Yeah, good for them. They put together a drive. They got a touchdown. It's been a bad day. I mean, this is a day they're going to want to forget. They're getting destroyed, but at least you get some positive vibes. Maybe finish this game on a little bit of a high note, a little bit.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Akron is currently trailing in this one, but it feels like the tide may be turning. This program has picked itself up before, and it's capable of it again today. They're trailing by 11 to Ohio. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here come the Irish, back on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complimentary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
He's going to throw deep right side. Makes the grab, gets the foot down, just precision execution on that big play.
Well, it really just feels like they are trying to make a statement to everybody in college football. They've got a lead, they've got it late, and they are still putting it on this defense. They are still letting it fly. They're airing it out, trying to light up the scoreboard.
He finds his man. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often. And with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving.
Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. The number one job is to protect their quarterback, and they did not.
They did not. But my number one job as a defensive lineman is to attack your quarterback and get him on the ground just like this, get in the sack, rattle this guy as much as you can, as many hits as possible on these quarterbacks.
He has been the go-to guy on offense all game.
A shot toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score. Fourth quarter, huge lead. I'm not really sure why you need to take that kind of shot.
You don't. You definitely don't need to. You can run the clock. You can run the football. You can make sure that you're playing it safe and conservative, or you can just go for rub it in your face, eat that. You know, I don't like the other coach.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Working the middle, it's complete. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look, and the replay booth will overturn the call. Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Nice job by this defense. Listen, you got to understand, they're going to run the football. They're going to try to milk the clock, Jesse. They got the huge lead.
Haven't been a lot of good plays for this defense.
Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Second down coming up. Scanning the field, it's Ramsey. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. And they have converted their first 2 third-down opportunities, but this one unleashes one deep. And he's got it in the end zone for a touchdown. This is an absolute blowout. If he can keep putting together games like this, he might have a shot at Brady Quinn's career touchdown record of 95. All the great quarterbacks the Irish have had, guys like Joe Theismann, John Hewitt. Nobody's even close to that.
And that's crazy to think about being in that kind of a company. And Notre Dame's always been a good running team. And
That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack. Once the tight end made the catch, there was no doubt he was going down. Great job form tackle.
On second down, wants to throw it. Fires to the tight end. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. He'll come out throwing on first down. And that pass is intercepted. And they'll put after a good return on the interception.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game, in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2.
Man, the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this offense is that much closer to salting away a victory. Now on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Quickly out to the tight end. They get him on the ground, but it's a 1st down. Notre Dame lines up quickly. They'll throw it on 1st down. Getting some heat. Makes the grab. It's Payne. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down.
And this offense continuing to spin the football, man, continuing to add to a great day. They've built this big lead. They've shown you a variety that they can do a lot of really, really good things. And I like it, man. Continue to throw them.
And the freshman will chalk up a sack.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks. That's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's...
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
And finally, you're seeing some life from the defense. They've been struggling all game long up to this point, but back-to-back sacks on 2 consecutive plays, they're at least still trying to fight back in this game.
I guess they believe the entire field is 4-down territory, a bit of an odd choice, but they'll go for it on 4th and 12 miles. Trying to get to it. They got him. It's a sack, and what a stop for this defense to turn it over on downs.
You know, there are a lot of people watching this game that are thinking to themselves, where's the sportsmanship? You're blowing this team out. Why are you going for it on 4th down? Why not just punt, give it back, and just leave here with a W? That's because this coach wants his guys to keep executing. I played for a coach in college.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man. Doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on. And now just throw another sack in the equation. Hitting the...
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And, man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't...
Batted into the air, and it's picked. No real chance on the return, but they got it at the 34.
The number one objective for a defense is to make the offense one-dimensional. Well, when they're trailing by this much, late in the game, they're one-dimensional. They have to pass the football. We can bring more speed on the field. You see it. We know you're throwing the football. Nice break on the football. Nice interception. This one's...
And the quarterback release slung down back at the 43. The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
That is the last thing you want on 1st down as an offensive sack. Now it's 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. On the move at the 30. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. Looking for a man. It's Ramsey. He caught it. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Let's see if they can roll snake eyes in a good way and get the deuce. Trying to run it in. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. To the air on 1st down. And that pass will be incomplete, and time has run out on this game.
You know what's great about rivalry games? Each side hates every wretched breath the other one sucks into their greedy lungs. Figuratively speaking, of course, and when you win, oh, is that sweet.
It's glorious to be able to brag, to be able to text message your buddies, to be able to post stuff on social media. It's a lot of fun. I think fans like it more than anybody, but it's something that every year you have a couple games starred. This was one of them, Jesse. They took care of business, and now you move on to the next.
They really did. We saw some great individual efforts in this game by the winning team, too. So cool to see some of these players that have had terrific collegiate careers make some of the biggest plays of their lives in this game, in a rivalry game that just means so much. This was a fun one to call.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation